All right, hi everyone. This is Gavin. This is Big. I think I'm showing on the right, maybe on the left. And another amazing match. We just watched Chennai versus David Warner. I keep saying David Warner, but I think it's SRH. So, to be very frank, consolidating their last spot right now, because before it was like, a couple of teams had the similar points and everything, but right now, they still have Punjab Kings 11, who actually been playing very well, but they're now actually at the bottom, which is the two teams which I had picked to be at the bottom, Punjab Kings 11 and Chennai, but Chennai has consolidated their bottom spot. To be very fair to them, although Dhoni again did not play very well, and I don't know, he was playing some fucking tactics at the end. He was like not feeling well and nonsense, and then he just came out in the after match conference. I'm perfectly feeling well. I was just trying to bide some time, and commentators again continue to suck his balls. Even Sunil Gavaskar saying, "Oh, if Dhoni was fitter, they would have taken them online." Except that till the very end, the guy could not even run a ball, and again it was Ravindra Jadeja who had to do all the work, and Sam Curran and everybody else. Except only thing he did different was he showed up at least on the pitch. He was like, okay, I'm going to calm down at least. Let's see. And I've been noticing he's not sitting outside in the dugout. He's been sitting in some air-conditioned pod and where he's been chilling. So the moment he walked out, he was probably too hot. And then Sunil was like, oh, it's very difficult. He just kept wickets for 20 overs. Dude, 20 overs? Like, you are the guy who made 34 centuries in test matches without fucking helmet. Now you become now you're going to support sissies who can't even field for 20 overs? I don't understand this thing. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed this thing. It's not the Indian commentators. It's actually the white commentators or foreign commentators who've been sucking his balls all the time. It's just crazy. So I have to give to CSK for showing heart at the end, because there was one time I thought they will probably just bundle out for like 97 all out, and which did not happen. So they showed a lot of heart. And again, I'm very happy for one reason, not because Chennai left. Sometimes people must be thinking like I hate Chennai or something. I don't hate Chennai. I'm just saying that they're losing and there's a reason they're losing. And it seems like I'm happy, but I'm just saying at the end, somebody who's positive should win. And I'm happy about that, not because Chennai is losing. So I have nothing against Chennai, nothing against particularly Dhoni. I'm just saying the tactics have been very negative. They've been very poor. And David Warner, I'm supporting David Warner's team because they are the only ones coming out positively. And actually, David Warner is the only captain who has chosen to bat first. And they have won. And it's shown when everybody who's bowling is losing, but the people continuously keep. And yesterday, Punjab Kings 11, I thought they were unlucky earlier and they've been playing very well. But yesterday, who else to blame except just going out and bowl when you can just go out and bat? You have the opportunity, won't do it. And then, although earlier Mumbai did not look very good, they lost Quinton de Kock got out in the very first over. Sharma looked overweight, but then once Sharma was there for a while, he actually hit few sixes. And then at the end, as we've been talking constantly, that what is going to happen, that will Hardik Pandya really play as a batsman, or will the big guy, the new KP, he's been a KP for a while, at least in IPL, because real KP never showed up anyway, Kevin Peterson, in IPL. And for IPL, this guy is the KP, so Kyron Pollard. And those guys in the last 2 or 3 overs, they really freakishly showed up. And from something which we were looking at 160, 65, I think they ended up in 195 or something. It was just crazy. And then after that, you knew it was just too much pressure. Now you put yourself under. And the team which actually chooses to field, they're really not ready to chase 195. And that's time you actually saw real Rahul. When people say, can the real Rahul please stand up? Please stand up. Yesterday, he stood up. And people were like, oh, he didn't stand up. He stood down. I said, but that's real Rahul. Because when there is under pressure, he's not going to stand up. So that's why I'm saying, Rahul, you're a great batsman. I'm really going all out and say, you're a great batsman. You need to come out and bat. You're not a person who's going to come under pressure and perform. Also, it's very difficult because the first time you captaincy and first time Anil Kumble has no expression except constipated constantly in the dugout. For heaven's sake, just smile when your team hits sixes multiple times. You're like, I'm just constipated. I don't like anything. I hate everyone. And now because they have lost, the same thing when he did with Virat Kohli. When you lose, he starts blaming everybody. He's saying like, oh, you just shit. You're all this shit. That's why Virat Kohli got him kicked out. Obviously, Rahul cannot get you kicked out. So he's going to stay. And I think eventually, whatever our prediction, at least my prediction, who did you pick? Rajasthan is last or something like that, right?
No. So, these people, CSK. How do you forget?
No, it's last. So seventh.
Seventh I chose. Yeah,
I think it's Rajasthan Royal.
Yeah.
So, and
I
it
have
looks
it
like
here.
Rajasthan Royals will do probably better, but I'm not very happy with Steven Smith's captaincy at the moment because at least in the last match, I mean, the guy should have actually come out and bat again. So anybody who's not choosing to bat, I'm not defending them. And Mumbai, at the end, it was just pure class. It was just pure class. Even if after I'm complaining all the fat people and everything, it's just showing up. And CSK is in a lot of trouble, regardless, because even with 164 at the end, SRH I think did very well after the Kane Williamson run out, which to be very honest, at first I thought it was the other guy's Abhishek's fault, but then I just saw it. I was like, it was a bit of touch and go, but I was like, well, fair enough. So, I mean, maybe Kane shouldn't have just gone all the way in. So, I mean, just fair. But I think if it was David Warner, he would have taken the run and he would have easily taken the. Except the commentators thought that this was not a run. I think Sunil Gavaskar, for you, it wasn't a run, but I'm pretty sure David Warner would have clearly taken that run because ball was not directly in his hand and he would have gone for it because Abhishek was not ready. And I think he just come in and they probably don't have the coordination. And Kane hasn't been playing really for a bit. So Abhishek is also new. So it was fair. But I think Abhishek made up for it and Garg really went for it. So people were like, oh, Garg is coming at number 6. What is he doing? But today he did very well. Once you had 160 plus, as we've been saying constantly, that the moment the score goes above 155, CSK is in trouble. We were like 10, it's just 9 runs. I said 155 already is a high standard. I'm just saying 140 to 155. And then because they never start well, they start poorly. They've been relying on a lot of people. I think today at least they had Ambati Raidu. And last time, by the way, on the podcast, I said just because Ambati Raidu will come in, it doesn't mean you'll score every single time, for heaven's sake. Life doesn't work that way. For heaven's sake, it doesn't work that way, right? So, and he did not look comfortable and he got out, and fair enough. And once Pav du Plessis, who is the only thorn in the entire thing, because he takes catches, he goes outside the pitches, and again, guys are fucking crazy. And today he got finally run out thanks to Johnny Bairstow's presence of mind. And I was very happy, thank goodness, because if that guy was there, he was just going for it completely. And anything would have been possible. If he had taken another 20-25 runs in the next 10 balls, it would have made very easy for both Dhoni and company. But that didn't happen. So you want to talk about a little bit about yesterday's match? I don't know what you want to talk about.
I mean, I want to touch upon today's match as well. CSK got a bit lucky when this guy got injured in the 19th over. But there was still a lot of runs to be made. You remember this guy got injured? Bhuvneshwar Kumar got injured, and this has been their mode of operation all the time. Take it at the end, and they leave so many runs at the end that it becomes very difficult. This same thing happened in the semi-finals in the World Cup. As you said. And I think none of their players look exciting. I mean, today DJ Bravo was playing, but he didn't get to bat, and bowling also was not so great. So it'll be, as we said in the last podcast, that it'll be very difficult for them to win against any team because all the teams are very competitive. There are no pushovers. So I think this will, as we have predicted, that it'll be.
I think Bravo bowled all right, but I think that's because he was under pressure when he came in because they were already losing wickets. And
exactly.
David Warner has been, as I've been complaining about David Warner, he's been too cautious. But see, I think he tried today. Again, the pitch wasn't that great. Plus, also, whenever he tries to do something, somebody gets out. And then he's like, okay, I'm the captain. So, you just always in this thinking mode. I want to see a situation where this, Johnny Bairstow comes out and starts hitting 4s after 4s. Again, probably David Warner will start thinking again. Then it's like, okay, he's hitting, so I should just it's going to be complicated because David Warner right now is somebody who is not badly conscious, but he's been cautious about things. So he's not coming out as David Warner. So maybe I don't think he'll change because Johnny Bairstow. I don't think Johnny Bairstow will put the gear down, right? Because he can't play I'll play on second gear because Johnny Bairstow will come out and play. And if Johnny Bairstow doesn't play and he gets out, then David Warner is like, okay, Johnny got out. So if Johnny's going, then David Warner, Johnny's going, let him go. So I don't know when will David Warner stand up. So I don't know what will happen with that. But
I think he's just.
It's a very complicated situation.
I think, in my opinion, I think he's just concerned about the middle and lower middle order because he would be thinking
fine right now, right?
But now, but now I think it should be fine. The younger players showed that they can also score runs. So okay, that's about this match. So yesterday's match, right? So yesterday's match was between Mumbai and Kings 11, right?
Yes,
So
both the teams were picked one this time. So now I'm on 10-4. You're
yeah,
at 8-6, which looks much better than 6-6, which was a couple of days earlier.
yeah.
So
So yeah,
yeah, go on.
Kings 11 again, same thing. I think you texted me and I also texted. And they again, after winning the toss, why are they taking bowling when the trend is going like that? But yeah, and then I have been considered. I don't actually. As you said, I like KL Rahul, but I don't really trust him because I've seen him fail in so many occasions where he needed to stand up and deliver. He does play those very good innings in between, and that's why he keeps getting chances in the Indian team. But whenever it matters, whenever it is required that he stands up and delivers, at least makes some run, then he fails. And even whenever he starts, he makes so many mistakes in the middle that he never he very rarely you will see him make big scores, because in between he'll make some mistakes, and if he's lucky, he's let off like what happened during the RCB match, then he'll make a very big score. So yeah, I think that's always the problem. And as we have been saying all the time, that Kings 11 Punjab's batting order is really top heavy, really top heavy. They don't have anyone after number 4 who can be trusted to make runs. I mean, they are decent players, decent batsmen, but you can't trust them to make runs. And Karun Nair, actually, I don't know how he's coming at number 3. He's after he made the triple century. Remember, he made a triple century in Test
Yeah,
cricket.
he did. That's like the only thing he's ever done in his life, I
Yeah.
guess. Now it
After
looks
that,
like.
it has just gone downhill. He is like one of the worst players I have seen, who plays
Is
at that
Nisham
level.
really a batsman? I don't know. See, it hasn't helped that Maxwell just hasn't clicked at all, because
Yeah, yeah.
he came in good form, but just hasn't clicked. So that hasn't helped, because when
Yeah.
Maxwell gets going, it will be very, very
Yeah,
difficult. And
Maxwell.
that is very much true when one of your Andre Russell or KP, Hardik Pandya, those people don't get going. It is difficult, and Maxwell just hasn't gotten going at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and bowling wise also they have. I mean, they had to bowl Nisham for 4 overs, who was going for so many runs, even though they had to bowl him because they. So
But
it
they kept
just.
going, and then you get Gotham to finish.
Yeah, it's
I mean, in
just
your
bizarre.
KP
Yeah.
off spinner, when you put off spinner when they're two right hand, I mean, come on, man, that's just stupid, right?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
made few stupid decisions, right? Even the first power play when super over against Delhi, they should see these guys should have won the first match, and they
Yeah.
should have won the third match. There should be already 3 match, and they should have come out and batted first. It's just I think at the end it's not about so much talent, because I really think Rahul is
Very
freaking
talented.
freakish
Yeah.
batsman, very talented guy. But talent doesn't do anything, because if Dhoni is a talented batsman, never comes out to bat, what's going to happen? Nobody's going to score on themselves, right? Sam
Yeah.
Curran can't do everything for you. But he
And
did bowl a bad over today. I was very happy finally. Sam
yeah,
Curran bowled a
finally
bad over, but he
someone
got spanked completely.
and spanked by the baby got spanked by a baby.
And another baby. So you got baby spankers. It's like,
Baby.
oh, baby's there. I know it's psychological, right? You say like
Yeah.
with Sam Curran, he's young, let's hit this guy. I probably hit him when he was 15. This fucking kid. He's such an asshole.
Yeah.
Let's just kill this guy. So, pretty good couple of matches. I think decent. I think today Chennai eventually made it decent. In fact, you almost had his when the first ball, when that guy, the new guy, who was that guy? Samad guy.
Some
So he
other.
bowled a wide, and then he went all the way for 4 also. And I was like, what the hell is happening? Is
No,
this
I
going to
was
be a
I was
meltdown or something?
confident that it's very difficult. I mean, people hype Dhoni so much, but at the end of the day, he has not done anything from last many years. So suddenly he can't just go out and start banging. And till that time, as you said, he was just making run a ball.
Dude,
So
even after finishing the match by playing 36 deliveries, if you play 36 deliveries toward the till the end when you completely throw caution to the wind, and you still had his striker is still 130.
yeah.
That's not good strike rate at all. Kane Williamson has an overall better strike rate of 136 or something.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
he's
not that
supposed to be
great.
a slower
Yeah,
batsman.
he was really struggling, and Jadeja, after starting very slowly, eventually he also finished at 142. And if Jadeja had gone on all the way, he would have easily crossed 200, because at the end either you hit or you miss,
And
right?
today
It's
there
not like
was
you're not gonna still.
today there was no excuse of not going for it, because they had DJ Bravo sitting uh, sitting in the dugout, and they had Sam Curran who has played well till now. So there
He
was
had
just no
300
excuse.
strike rate.
Yeah, there was just
He
no
had three.
excuse to not go for it, right? I mean, people say that, oh, there's no one, so that's why Dhoni's playing cautiously. I can understand that during the World Cup semi-final, because there was really no one. But here you have two decent, good batsmen sitting in the dugout who can actually hit, and then you are also not going. So you should have sent them earlier only rather than coming out. That's what he is doing. So see, that's why I don't come out.
See, anyway, quickly we'll finishing on this thing. So I just want to say that yesterday there's been a rumor mill going on. Hasn't been confirmation, at least not on the internet. Harbhajan and this guy's contract's been terminated.
Yeah.
Apparently, they said that they will not get paid. Harbhajan is on 2 crore per annum, but Suresh Raina is on 11 crores per annum, and apparently he's not going to get paid.
Yeah. And
And
I
I
think
think
that
it's reasonable as well. If
yeah.
you're never going to show up voluntarily without any injury,
Yes, exactly.
and literally just in English the word is renegade, but I like the word which is in Hindi, which I was remembering yesterday, and I found out, and I'm just trying to remember if I remember. It's called bhagode. I love that word, bhagode.
Yeah.
So when you do that stuff, so you like, and I think Suresh has been putting out posts like, oh, everything is cool, we're gonna come back.
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
actually, he
He's not gonna come back.
put a picture on his balcony. That's what people are making fun of. That, see, since he didn't get a room with a balcony, he's posting pictures that in my home I have balcony, and that's what.
I'm putting my hands on my face. It's just embarrassing. Suresh Raina, Jesus Christ, this guy. Oh, I have something to do at home. Then why don't you freaking do this? You don't come up and just go back, and why don't you go back and do it for a day and get it done with? You have like so much money, anybody can do your shit, man. You don't have to be physically there. Like Suresh Raina is actually physically doing anything.
Yeah, and
like literally,
and all that thing about his uncle. It how many days have passed? Like three weeks have passed. He could have easily come back, right? But he just outright said that he's not going to come back. That's what the news came out, right? That he'll not be part of the.
We will never know what the real news was, but it's, you can actually, it just takes basic common sense that the guy got scared.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing to do with uncle. It had just, the guy got scared. And now I'm thinking like, can you see everybody there? I'm like, what do you think could have happened to this guy? A cough? A cough?
Yeah.
You know, PSG players, all of them had COVID, and 3 days later they're playing football at the highest level.
Yeah.
And if anybody, any understanding, cricket is nothing in compared to football.
Yeah.
The level of fitness that you need. Angel Di Maria, who's Argentinian, he got it, and 3 days later he's playing in PSG matches, like international matches. And the guy's like, and there he's spitting on other people. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he gets banned for 4 matches. Not for spitting, but all together. He was already going to, when you get a red card, you can anyway get banned for 2 matches minimum. He was going to get fed for 3. I think for spitting, he got 1 more.
Okay.
And that's also because he already had COVID. Oh my goodness, this guy. And then again, he's playing anyway because that's a different tournament or some shit like that. I was like, what the hell is going on? Neymar had it, this COVID. He is playing.
Yeah.
Everyone who had is playing. And I'm saying within 3-4 days, they're playing.
Yeah.
So it's been funny. So I'm just thinking like what Suresh Raina thought will happen to him. That you have COVID and he just drops dead. Is that what he thought is going to happen? Because that's just illiteracy. That's just pure illiteracy. Do you know the level of bubble these guys are in?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
I wish Mr. Nax could talk about Suresh Raina. I mean, that guy will absolutely destroy Suresh Raina and Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan is at least 40. Suresh Raina, you're 33. You destroyed your career, man. Like, you really destroyed your career. Today, what you did, I don't think anybody's going to touch you. I think this is going to be one of the situations what Eminem does, right? If you fuck with Eminem, they don't let anybody else take you. And with that paunch, I don't really think so.
Yeah.
Because Mumbai already has enough paunch. By the way, this podcast is going to go really long. But I don't know if you saw, you were watching the match, but the camera focused on, I don't know why, for the first time ever, Piyush Chawla, and he was sitting. Dude, that guy looks fatter than my freaking my mama, and my mama is fat. He was sitting, and you could see it's like, pack 1, pack 2 of his stomach, and then his arm. He was wearing cut sleeves, and his arms were like literally, you can see the flab coming out. It was like, and his triple chin. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is the international level, and no wonder he never made it to any level internationally. When he was 18, and he was so freakishly good at 18. The guy was bowling googlies, he was bowling flippers, he was bowling left spinners, and I was like, this guy's 18, he could have done anything, and he never made it. And so because he just didn't give a shit. He just was like, I just have to eat all my butter chickens and naans and garlic naans and chur chicken and stuff. So yeah, I mean, like Rohit Sharma can get away with it because Rohit Sharma is freakish, and also he's a batsman.
He's a batsman,
and he's freakishly talented, and his freakish reflexes that you can't deny. Rohit Sharma can get away with it because most people have gotten away with it in the history. But a bowler who really has to bowl internationally really not going to get away with it.
Yeah,
because he's going to drop catches.
Plus, we make fun of Rohit a lot, but he must be passing that yo-yo test, right? So he must be having some level of fitness. That's why
I think it's called Roro. He gets wild card. He gets the Roro test, which means like whatever Rohit does is fine, and then he get a wild card. And that's why I think there was a feud between him and Virat Kohli because he actually failed it, but he used his wild card for the 17th time straight in 6 months. So Virat was like, "This is not done, buddy. This is not done." So, but that was a feud between them. All right, for the next two matches, let's wrap this up. Next two matches, I've completely lost.
RCB versus RCB versus RR is the first match in the afternoon.
You know how much I love this guy Steven Smith, but I'm just gonna go with RCB because I wasn't happy what happened last time, and I'm not talking about how he batted. I'm just talking about he should have come out and batted, and I really don't think that he has that ruthlessness. I personally think that Steven Smith is a great captain, but what happened 2 years ago at Newlands, and now he's just a bit confused that he doesn't want to go in ruthlessly. And when you lose that ruthlessness, it's just done. And David Warner has also lost that little bit of that ruthlessness. But people need to understand that guy is David Warner. He's an asshole. So when he's winning, he will try to win it, or go all the way. So I think RCB, I think RCB has tasted a little bit blood. There's still a lot of questions with RCB, but I'm going to pick RCB. There's no doubt I'm going to pick RCB. If Rajasthan Royals win, I'll be happy because it's Steven Smith, but I'm going to pick RCB, and I believe RCB is more likely to win. And next is Delhi Chargers,
Delhi Capitals.
Jesus Christ, Delhi Capitals. Because that team name was Deccan Chargers or something, right? And these guys changed their fucking names in between. Fucking weird people. But
actually,
it has worked for them.
they sold it off to someone else. That's why the name changed.
So, is Capital like a company or something?
No, I don't. I think some GMR is the sponsor.
I think probably Capitals could be a company as well. I won't be surprised. And KKR, I think this guy, Ricky Ponting, probably stuck that rod up everyone's ass after what happened in the last match. So I think this time they're going to show up. And I think Pant really needs to show up because what I saw from Pant in was in 2018 or something. I think Pant was spectacular, and I think he's getting a little bit found out because he makes room for himself and he hits it behind the wicket, right? And he in that gap. But I think they're kind of finding him out that he's going to hit it go across the wicket and he's going to hit behind the wicket, try to scoop dupe it and for a six, and when it doesn't go for a six, they have a couple of people waiting there to take the catch. And I've seen him gotten out like this multiple times now, and I think he needs to really just do a few more different things. And I think because he definitely has the talent, and he looks slightly fatter himself, but I think he's just big boned. I don't think he's fat like Rohit. Yeah, but I think he can also work on his fitness a bit more, whatever he needs to do. And but so I'm gonna pick Delhi Capitals for the next match, and I think I don't know if we might end up doing podcast before that, but yeah, till now, so it's RCB again and Delhi Capitals. So right now we're doing fairly well. Our prediction is pretty much on the spot. I don't know why the table right now shows Mumbai as number 1. This is just bizarre. I think it's the net run rate because they have played the most matches, and so fair enough. But Kolkata otherwise has been doing well. Capital is going to be a good match between. So if Kolkata wins, they can actually go to the top, and Delhi wins, they can go to the top. So I think this is the battle for the top spot.
Right.
So good luck for that. And Royals and Challengers, I think anybody can go on the top. I think whoever wins actually going to end up the top 1-2, right? Because they're the only people will be there. Because all these people have 2 wins. Everybody who's playing, and it will be 1-2, and then Mumbai will probably end up 3rd because of higher net run rate. So on that note.
Yep. Bye.